Hey everyone, Lightus here. This is the beginning of my journey doing the Ironman Challenge in Wakfu. I will be defeating every single dungeon of the game on Stasis 5 in competitive mode. Today I will be starting with the level 20 bracket. You might wonder, what's an Ironman Challenge? In general, it refers to a self-imposed gameplay restriction or rule set that adds an extra level of difficulty and immersion to the gaming experience. It involves the player sticking to those rules, like focusing through the game with no extra help, trading with other players forbidden, and death being permanent. The rules that I set for myself are buying gear, sublimations, or mobs drops is forbidden. That also includes trading for them. The only exception are bags, pets, cosmetics, professional materials, and the Souper-Glou. Grouping with other players to farm dungeons or to defeat them is not allowed. Farming dungeons and doing the quests must be always done modulated for the current bracket level. A special rule for OSA, capturing mobs from higher level brackets is forbidden. My goal from this challenge is to finish all the challenges achievements, the dungeons achievements in all the available quests for each and every bracket of the game. I will be dropping all my gear and crafting them by myself. I'm using both of my accounts with boosters on to play 6 characters at once. My team includes SRAM, Mask, Panda, Pekka, Zelor, and Danosa. For the level 20 bracket, everyone will have the same build made of Cobalt set and Imperial Cobalt set, as 4 pieces of a set gives plus 1 AP, plus a Tofu sword and Twiggy daggers. I want blue slots for the elemental mastery on the gear. Specializing in melee or distance, for example, is needed at this level. I started the challenge a few months ago and had already dropped and crafted some pieces. Life happened and I had to stop. Now I need to drop the rest of the gear and the mods needed for crafting. I defeated the global pastures a few times and got nice drops. To craft the epaulettes, the breastplates, and the Tofu swords, I needed coarse Souper-Glou, steel, and some verbal assault on top of the boss and mobs mats. I had some of the mats already in my bag from a while ago and purchased the rest of Souper-Glou, steel, and the verbal assault that I have been missing. Unfortunately, I couldn't find all the verbal assault I needed, so I had to spend some time mining the finest sea salt ore nodes for a chance to spawn the verbal assaults I am after. I had the crafting machines in my haven bag, so it was quick for me to go inside and craft them all. I have realized that I actually got some prizes from doing the dungeons before Modulated, so I took the chance to open them and receive even more gear to use. The next step now is to reload gear and do some sacrifices to get nice slot colors. I was really lucky with the color rerolls. I am satisfied with just getting 3 out of 4 desired colors. I won't be using Sublimations at all, it's not worth it for this level. Maybe I might use them if I did Stasis 10 someday. Since I have all my builds ready, I can tackle the available quests. The mercenary quests in particular are a great resource for token. I can exchange them for resources or gear in the machine in front of the dungeons. I'm afraid I completed most before and I only have the Astrops tours left. I defeated some followers of the Ogress cult who popped out when destroying the different cases the Astro Mercenary asked me for. I decided to also do the Pizza Larva quest. It was daunting at first, but soon I figured out that I can carry many units of grenades at once instead of having to go back and forth. That made it easy to do. I made enough tasty larva pizzas and got the needed 400 points. Now I feel confident in doing the dungeon on S5 already, starting by the Grand Meow's house. The dungeon is 3 characters only, so I have to do it for both accounts. The first 2 rooms are easy and the boss room isn't that hard either. There is no particular updating mechanic. I finished the S5 with the SRAM account and got rank 90. I did the same again with the Pekka account. The Osa and Zilor combined are stronger and they breeze through the dungeon, earning the 82nd rank. Next is your dungeon is the Laborator, a 4 rooms dungeon that I can access with my whole 6-man team. The first 3 rooms, I took advantage of the mobs' resistances. Each one had different weakness that allowed me to do more damage with certain elements. The boss holds a 3x3 space. In each turn, he spawns 3 eggs on random locations, as far as I know. Working on them breaks them. If an egg stays on the field, next turn a larva will spawn from it. The Osa summoned a goblet to heal and shield the allies. I prioritize killing the mobs first. For this case, I just left one of them alive for the fight, the challenge to defeat it last. I hope for some nice drops because of that. By having the panda tanking the boss and with the Osa's summon healing and shielding the team, I was able to finish the boss fight in 6 turns, earning me the 69th rank on the leaderboard. Nice. The copper pastures rooms are alright to handle. The charging ram stun is a bit annoying but nothing challenging. I am able to reach the boss room. The boss is dangerous. He has 4 MP usually, but with Stasis 5 he gains an extra 1. He has 3 attacking spells, a charging spells towards anyone 3 or 4 sails away from him, a heavy AoE damage spell, and a single target damage spell. On top of that, he does 30% extra damage when below 50% HP, and gets a spell unlocked allowing him and his allies to gain 100 resistances. In total, he can reach anyone 9 sails away from him and basically kills them. At this level, with the AP and MP my team members have, it would be near impossible for me to defeat him by throwing him away and kiting him. However, by using the terrain to my advantage, the panda can throw him away to the other side of the puddle, and when his turn comes, he will just walk close to the team without hitting anyone. I have tried beating him feeling confident with this strategy, but I failed. Not only once, but twice. On the 3rd try, I followed the strategy. Panda kept throwing him away to the other side of the puddle. He would walk up again to my team and everyone will do some damage to him. Slowly but surely, with each passing turn, I lowered his HP more and more until he eventually died. Auto my finisher hit the final blow. I got the 102nd rank. The last and hardest dungeon is the Tofu House. Like the previous dungeons, the first 2 rooms were easy. I have checked the method Wakfu as I did before for information about the boss. He has 6 MP, including the extra 1 for the Stasis, and can use 3 different attacking spells. A single target in 1 to 2 cells away from him, and another single target 1 cell away, only if he is not full HP. The third is a 3 cells AoE spell around him. His passive Wakfu power allows him to inflict heavy damage when he crits. He loses resistances and gains critical chance if a player uses Wakfu points. I am confident I can use the same strategy I used before, throw him and kite away. I marked the distance and the safe area for me. It seemed to work at first, until he came running at me. I can't understand why the strategy failed. I realized what was the issue. The method Wakfu page was not up to date. The passive gives the boss extra MP instead of extra critical chance. That explains why he came running at me. This time, I'm not using any spells requiring Wakfu points. Since there is no puddle for the boss to go around, I needed to use Mask to retrieve Panda after he throws him away. Slowly but surely, I ended up killing him and getting the 66th rank. I was super happy about it. The only thing left now is to finish the dungeons challenges to get the statues. It was easy as I can do it on lower stasis, and with this, I have officially completed the level 20 bracket. If you want to see more of my journey, you will find me live on Twitch Monday to Friday, starting around 10:30 p.m. GMT +1. Link down below. See ya on the next bracket.